Hello and welcome to this edition of Viewpoint. Today we have a guest with us that we've seen before on the show, IAM's International President, Tom Buffenbarger. But the moment's bittersweet, as his tenure as the IP comes to a close at the end of this year. Tom, thanks so much for stopping by Viewpoint one more time before your next adventure begins.
Well, I'm glad to be here, Deirdre.
Tell me, how are you feeling? I mean, we're just a few days away now from retirement. I mean, that's the golden ticket. That's what we've been working for. How are you feeling right now?
I'm of two minds. What I'm going to miss the most is the great people I've worked with. I've been blessed in my entire career to have the best people to work with, to have them as a team, to help me get the job done for our members. They've never failed to do their job, and I don't know how you say thank you to them for that. On the other side, I'm kind of looking forward to it because I get the control of my schedule back again. And there are things, I have some unfinished things that still involve the membership. Trying to save, there's a couple companies out there that are on the verge of closing. We might have some opportunities with new buyers. I want to see that through, and I'm glad to do that because in those plants, I know those members and their friends, not just union brothers and sisters, they're personal friends. And we've got to save those jobs. And I hope to always be able to lend my services to help protect people's jobs.
Tell me, I have to take you back for a minute. I want to be nostalgic. Do you remember your first day as IP?
Very well. It was July 1 of 1997. International President Kirpus was here. Retired International President Bill Wimpesinger were here. Both these gentlemen were my mentors. And I was honored and touched to have Bill Wimpesinger swear me in to office. I'd worked with him for so many years. He and my father were friends. I was humbled that day. And we began a long tenure, 18 and a half years. And one memorable moment is I walked into this office as the president for the first time, and on my desk was my first note. It was from my daughter who said, "Congratulations, Daddy. Can I have a raise in my allowance now?"
You won't forget that.
I won't forget that.
Very cute. Well, January 4th, I would assume you're almost going to be humbled again as we're going to swear in the next international president.
Yes.
And I think a lot of members out there want to know without coming out. They kind of leave it to me to ask you, are we being left in capable hands?
You're being left in very capable hands. Bob Martinez has served on this council for a number of years as our vice president in the Southern Territory and as the resident vice president for about the last 3 years at headquarters. So Bob has a very well-rounded idea of what the job entails. He brings his own unique style and ways about him, which is good. You see, in our union, we have a requirement that you retire at age 65. We're probably the only union that still has it. But you know, it's a good rule because then the members always know there's somebody who is a contemporary person, member, colleague, brother or sister, leading the union for the times in which the union has to make its way. So it's time for me to step aside. It's time for a younger person like Bob Martinez to take over. And I have every expectation Bob is going to do a fantastic job. He's going to have his challenges just like I had or my predecessors had. And because he's got a great team here at headquarters, we have the best members in the world. He has a supportive executive council. Bob's going to be able to meet those challenges and succeed. And I walk away feeling very confident about the future for the IAM.
You said that you're going to miss the people the most, and I
Yes.
completely understand that. We have a wonderful staff here at headquarters. What are you not going to miss?
There have been many, many nights you don't sleep hoping you're making the right decision. And then as you ponder it and you come to the conclusion, do the members benefit by it? Will they be better off? Are their futures secure, their jobs secure? Are their families going to be okay? If we lose that connection or lose that focus, we've lost something very important. That goes back to Bob Martinez. Bob understands the value of caring for the members. The whole executive council does. sometimes in the eyes of our members, they may think, you don't know what it's like on the shop floor. Well, every one of them comes off the shop floor. They know what it's like, and it's made them care even more. So the pressure, I'm not going to miss. Again, it's the people I will, and some of the challenges. But I know there's more challenges out there for me. There's more things to do. Some I can get more deeply involved in, which I would like to do very much. And still some work to do on Capitol Hill, and I'll be doing that, and I'll be campaigning hard for Hillary Clinton to become the next president of the United States. Sister Clinton will take good care of this nation.
Well, and I think a lot of people do wanted to know what you will do next. And I know from speaking with you that Capitol Hill is going to be your new playground for sure, quite a bit of time. What else are you going to do? Are you going to have some fun? It's retirement.
I have a lot of projects to do. I have 35 years. That's how long I've been married of honeydews to address, and I look forward to some of those because I like to work with my hands. So I'll be taking care of things at home. I've got my first grandchild. We have to accommodate our lives to that, to little Stella. And I will be getting out to do the things, hunting, fishing, outdoor activities. I hope to be able to participate more with the American Knife and Tool Institute as we promote the industry. Making cutlery has always been my hobby and my passion. And I hope to be able to get back to doing that as I did when I was a much, much younger person.
When we talk about accomplishments over the last 18 years, what are some of those moments that stand out, that make you proud that you were able to lead this union, make you proud of the membership?
I think we doubled the size of our educational facility in Southern Maryland, the Whippasinger Center. It handles twice the number of members who come through for education. That was one of my first acts. The organizing win of the customer service agents at United Airlines, when we added about 25,000 new members, that came early on. I think the political campaigns we've worked on, not in the sense of partisan politics, but the campaigns such as securing the tanker work for Boeing. We had to fight that 10 years to win it for a U.S. company over Airbus. The fights we've had to preserve jobs in this country, the fights against right to work, those and the ones we won, those were great victories. I remember the days that brought on troubled times like 9/11, when overnight after that terrorist attack, we lost thousands of members. And the struggle was to keep the union strong and able to fight to bring those jobs back. And we pretty well succeeded at that. Then we had the Great Recession of 2008. And how do we protect our members' jobs when the shenanigans of bad actors on Wall Street threaten the livelihood of so many hardworking Americans? And what this union did to protect our members' jobs and to mitigate the circumstances of all of that was phenomenal. And that was because of the excellent teamwork we have here and engaging the members to become active and fight for their survival, which they did. I think I look back more internally. When I became president, our executive council consisted of white men, all white men, as it had for the previous 100 years, 100 plus years. And over time, and it takes time, I look at our executive council today, we have women, people of color, people of various ethnic origins, Native Americans. We have people who address all the gender issues. We have today the most diversified executive council of any union in North America. And for that, I'm extremely proud because our union today at the leadership level looks just like our members. It shows the IAM wasn't white or pale, male, and stale. It shows that it's a diverse, dynamic, and thriving union. and that our tent is huge, and there's a spot for everybody under that tent. I walk away with great pride. I look at some of the other accomplishments. The ability, this may be more of a personal reflection, but to have the labor movement find common ground again with the religious communities in America was important to me. Growing up, I remember being a Catholic, labor priests were there for the labor movement on any struggle, any fight, whatever, and they were there to comfort union members when they needed it, and we had lost that.
All right, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you if you had any regrets. What was that moment, what was that topic that you wish you could have tackled and maybe we just didn't have time, or maybe that's for Bob to do? Is there anything that you're walking away with that you wish you could have done more?
I wish in the area of the struggles for social justice and against the assault on workers, like the right to work assault, that I had been here when I could have seen the entire labor movement take one away, start to fight back and win on those fights. I remember the struggles in Wisconsin, the fights we had in Ohio. Some we won, some we lost. The fights still go on today, and the regrets are I wanted to be here when the labor movement won back, and that we were on a march to reclaim our role as the social conscience of this great country. And I'm hoping it's yet to come. I feel confident Bob Martinez is committed to that challenge, and I see that commitment starting to grow with our colleagues in the rest of the labor movement.
We're going to wrap this up in a minute, but if you had all of the members in front of you right now and you were able to talk to them, offer them a bit of advice, maybe just say goodbye, what do you want them to walk away with?
I want them to walk away with pride in their union, that they could say, you know what, that guy Buffenbarger did a pretty good job when you add it all up. I want them to be proud of their union, and I want them to be loyal to their union. I mean, the word union itself should be the description of what loyalty is about. And to give back to the union what the union has provided for in their lives, a steady job, a good job, decent wages and benefits, hope and opportunity. Those are intangible things. That's what I want to say to them. I've written them all a personal letter that'll hit the first of the year to say thank you to them. They have been good members. They've been supportive. I've received a lot of encouragement. And yeah, I received a lot of love from them. And I am proud of them. I am very proud of the membership of this union. You see, in our union, it's always been a union for 127 years that leads. We don't follow. We're there when the help is needed, not after the fact. And they have enabled me to continue that, and I hope they feel good that they saw that happen. I'm very proud of this union, its members, and the future that it has.
Well, Tom, I think I speak for everyone when I say to you, thank you for your service. You've done a journeyman's job, there's no doubt. And we expect more from you because, as the old saying goes, you know, you can retire from the job, but not from your union. So I'm sure we'll see you around for sure.
As the son of a 60-plus year union member who's still active, even though age and frailties are catching up to him, I want to follow in those footsteps, and I'll be here for this union for the rest of my life.
Excellent. That's it for this edition of Viewpoint. We'll see you next year.